Shalom. Shalom and welcome. This is Man's Final Steps, a continuing series to those who would be among the ranks of the 144,000 and multitude, mentioned in Revelation chapter 7:14. Today is January 12th, 2014. My name is Symmanayah, and in this segment, it is entitled, First Contact, Respond Wisely. First contact, respond wisely. My brothers and sisters, believe it or not, the time will come and is at hand when believers will experience first contact. When believers will begin to realize they came face to face with a messenger from Yahusha, a prophet of Yahusha, a watchman of Yahusha, or an individual who was given a message to deliver by the Spirit of Yahusha. There will come a time when true elders, counselors, shepherds of Yahusha will make first contact with each of us. Allow me to present to you something that I think we should remember. Isaiah 30th chapter verses 8 to 14, and it reads as follows. And go, write it before them on the tablet, and inscribe it on the scroll, that it is for a latter day a witness forever, that this is a rebellious people, lying children, children who refuse to hear the Torah of Yahuwah, who says to the seers, do not see, and to the prophets, do not prophesy to us what is right. Speak to us what is smooth, prophesy deceits. Turn aside from the way, swerve from the path, cause the set apart one of Yashar'al to cease from before us. Therefore thus saith the set apart one of Yashar'al, because you despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and rely on them, therefore this crookedness is to you like a breach ready to fall, a bulge in a high wall, whose breaking comes suddenly and swiftly. And he shall break it like the breaking of the potter's vessel, which is broken in pieces without sparing, so that there is not found among it fragment, a shard to take fire from the hearth, or to take water from the cistern. And so you see in that passage, that was Isaiah 30th chapter verses 8 through 14, the people did not want to hear from Yahuwah's chosen. Jeremiah 11th chapter verse 21 and 22. Therefore thus says Yahuwah concerning the men of Anathoth who are seeking your life, saying, do not prophesy in the name of Yahuwah, lest you die by our hands. Therefore thus says Yahuwah of hosts, see, I am punishing them. The young men shall die by the sword, and their sons and their daughters shall die by scarcity of food. Yes, my brothers and sisters, there were actually people among Yashar'al who did not want to hear prophecies from Yahuwah, messages from Yahuwah. Therefore they even threatened, in many cases they threatened to take their lives, and in some cases they did, of those who were chosen by the Most High to deliver his messages, his words. Amos 7:14 through 16. Amos 7:14 through 16 says, and Amos answered and said unto Amasa, I am not a prophet, nor am I a son of a prophet, for I am a herdsman and a grower of sycamore figs. But Yahuwah took me from behind the flock, and Yahuwah said to me, go prophesy to my people Yashar'al. And now hear the word of Yahuwah. You are saying, and now hear the word of Yahuwah. You are saying, do not prophesy against Yashar'al, and do not drop words against the house of Yisek. My brothers and sisters, just as in days of old, there were people that rejected the prophets of the Almighty Yahuwah, I submit to you, they are doing it today. There are those who experience first contact with the chosen of the Spirit of Yahusha, but they refuse to ask questions, they refuse to give ear and listen. Their eyes are painted doorways, blocking their vision. Many do not know how to respond to the chosen of the Spirit of Yahusha upon first contact with them. They do not know how they should respond. Self-appointed teachers, mores, self-appointed leaders, self-appointed shepherds, and other wicked individuals have refused to teach and prepare individuals for first contact with those chosen and who are actually led by the Spirit of Yahusha. These self-appointed individuals fail to instruct their audience on how to respond when faced with first contact with someone that is chosen of Yahusha. Discernment and understanding is distance and void among the self-proclaimed leaders of any type. These individuals are like open grave, echoing evil, deceit, and lying messages, spreading false witness against those chosen by the Spirit of Yahusha. Pray and watch, my brothers and sisters. The time is at hand. It will become more intense when those who earnestly seek to worship and obey the Most High Father Yahuwah and accept Yahushua as Mashiach, these individuals will begin to experience clear eyes and open ears to discern and understand upon first contact who the chosen of Yahushua are, their identity. There will be those left behind, and there will be those who will be given a chance to be closer to the front of the line when the multitude will be gathered. And there will be those who would have missed the opportunity due to their delayed response from the ones of whom they had first contact. Allow me to repeat that last statement. There will be those left behind, and there will be those who will be given a chance to be closer to the front of the line when the multitude will be gathered, but they'll miss that opportunity because of their delayed response from the ones who they had first contact. Those leaders chosen by the Spirit of Yahusha. The true first fruits of latter-day prophecies will be those who experience first contact directly from the Spirit of Yahusha and respond, or through his chosen leaders, through his chosen mores or teachers, through his chosen shepherds, prophets. Yes, the first fruits will be those who understand how to respond righteously when faced in a first contact situation. There will be those who understand at the very least what must be done, such as to ask questions and inquire, to seek. In my prayers, I have witnessed the Spirit of Yahusha reveal how he will use his chosen, and that they will be prepared to execute right rulings with all severity and sincerity. There will be those who experience first contact, but because of their unbelief and wickedness, they will experience a delay in acknowledging the chosen of the Spirit of Yahusha. Some of these will find themselves at the tail end of the gathering of those who will be among the ranks of the people guided to safety. There will be those who will be left behind as well, consisting of false messengers, false prophets, self-appointed and unrepenting individuals. There will be those left behind because they failed to know what to do and how to respond upon first contact with one led by the Spirit of Yahusha. How would you feel if you discovered someone you love was left behind because you failed to equip them, you failed to inform them, you failed to spread the word and or inform them of your experience and belief of living instructions that came as a result of first contact? Well, some will face that experience, and it is unavoidable. And there will be some that will face much heartache. This is not some game. These are experiences will be real, and in due time, proof will come to confirm these words. If you are listening to these words but fail to pass them on to those whom you claim to love, you will be in the ranks of the disappointed and regretful. Isaiah 55:11 describe what I am compelled to say are working words, words that will perform successfully, that are designed, delivered, and presented through the Spirit of the Most High Father Yahuwah, through his set apart Spirit sent in Yahusha's name. Are the words in this message working words? Can you say or state with confidence that these words are indeed working words? Words that will perform successfully as they are designed by the Spirit of the Most High Father Yahuwah. Are you one who have been overtaken by wickedness and unbelief? Are you one who will choose to reject those led by the Spirit of Yahusha? Will you be the one who experienced first contact with Yahusha's children but fail to respond correctly? These are the last days. End times have arrived, and many will come to experience first contact with chosen leaders of the Spirit of Yahusha. The 144,000 in multitude is being refined and will soon be gathered. Are being refined and will soon be gathered. The last two shepherds from the Spirit of Yahusha will soon arrive. Believe it or not, they are the two witnesses of Revelation. These are man's final steps in the gathering of those who will be in the ranks, will prove to have individuals who will have direct contact with the chosen leaders of the Spirit of Yahusha. There will be those among the ranks of the 144,000 in multitude who will have direct access to individuals who experience first contact with the chosen, or first contact with the awakening of their spirit as the Spirit of Yahusha guide them regarding end time prophecy. These are man's final steps. Yes, there will be those deep within the ranks of the multitude who miss opportunities to have direct contact because they had it when they received first contact with Yahusha's chosen, but due to their delayed response, due to their wickedness and evilness, yes, they were reproved, they were corrected, but due to missed opportunities, they will be distant and not close to those who are of first contact. Why? Because our opportunity was missed, and the multitude gathered in numbers. There will be those gathered and only follow what they discern is being said through the ranks. In other words, they would hear what is being passed on through the ranks and not have direct access to the first contact individuals. Due to the massive size of the gathering, which would be 144,000 plus a great multitude. Yes, a great multitude, but yet compared to the population of the planet, a remnant. And yes, again, there will be those left behind. There will also be those who will die, yes, put to sleep, who attempted to block or hinder what is unfolding. May the Spirit of Yahusha have mercy on the unknowing and unaware. The true chosen of Yahusha will forge forward like a rushing river in these end times. They will deliver words from the Spirit of the Mashiach, our Messiah, with fervency and with all sincerity. Beware of those who bring false witness against them. Beware of those who bring false witness against the true chosen of the Spirit of Yahusha. Individuals who will throw words that saying, that's not in love, they're not humble, they're being arrogant, they're too proud. Do not mistake a strong and obedient servant for the false witness of the self-appointed and wicked ones. Individuals who are privileged with first contact of the chosen of the Spirit of Yahusha, but respond wickedly, will experience much regret. They will be dealt with by the Almighty Father. There will be those who will yield to reproof and discover what must be done while in the ranks of the chosen. I suggest that each of us choose wisely our position and remember these words, the words in which I've just spoken. And to those who experience first contact and ask many questions, yes, ask questions and seek to discern and understand why they have been given this opportunity, they will come to grow in strength and in maturity. Soon a time of extraordinary things will begin to unfold, proving those who are chosen to participate in the gathering of the 144,000 in the multitude that will come out of the great tribulation. Soon we will begin to witness a refining and perfecting group emerge, beginning to be gathered from the four corners of the earth. Allow me to present another phenomenon that will occur between now and their emergence. It's a phenomenon that will bring much heartache. It will result in the death of many. There will be those who will be greatly disappointed, remorseful, and there will be a remnant who will praise the Almighty Father Yahuwah. But before I describe what I'm talking about, let me read this verse to you. 1 Peter 4:17 reads as follows. Because it is time for judgment to begin from the house of Elohim, and if firstly from us, what is the end of those who do not obey the good news of Elohim? My brothers and sisters, while there are those who are stuck on the letter or text of the scripture, I submit to you this verse, and all scriptures were made alive, are like flowing rivers with many tributaries. Multiple messages can be found in them when they are made alive. My brothers and sisters, let me say this. Multiple messages, and they will not, absolutely not, contradict one another. With this said, an excruciating battle is coming among those who would be called believers, those who consider themselves the children of the Most High. A battle within is coming. Yes, those who would be followers of Yahuwah. As judgment began first at the house of Elohim, it would appear in the purging process, in the refining process, that there is a battle within. It will be a time of pain, a time of gnashing of teeth, regret, and remorse. It will be more than anything a great time of humbling, a time of refining, a time of perfecting. To those who truly desire to worship and obey the Most High Father Yahuwah and accept Yahusha as Mashiach. If you doubt this, remember the scripture says the flesh lusts and war against the spirit. So even among believers, our flesh will continue to battle, but I submit to you there will be a refining process. My brothers and sisters, a battle has begun, and it will get fierce among the believers. We will be refined, humbled, and we will assume the place in the ranks of those who will be among the 144,000 and multitude, while others will meet a different end. This battle will reflect the misguided who believe they are assembling those among the ranks of the foretold in scriptures. In other words, in this battle there will be believers who are unlearned, who are insensitive to the guidance of the Spirit of Yahusha, and they will fight. They will try to misguide. In some cases, some will be successful in misguiding people to believe they are the first contact. They are the ones who had first contact. There will be to deceive. Yes, my brothers and sisters. Believe it or not, there will be false leaders who will overtake many and have crowds deceived into following them. In some cases, they will profess to have had first contact with the Spirit of Yahusha or first contact with his chosen leaders or one of his messengers. These deceivers will present strong cases, very influencing words, as well as intoxicating actions that will lead many astray and lead many to their demise. There will be those who will be delivered from their clutches. There will be many who will be freed from their strongholds and testify of what they witnessed regarding what I just described. My brothers and sisters, there will be one group who will meet the qualifications and true identity of those who are among the 144,000 in multitude. There will be one group brought together. Yes, small groups will gather into larger groups and even much larger groups. But there will be those who are chosen by the Spirit of Yahusha and refined and perfected that will demonstrate this process. And there will be those groups who will mimic, copy, and deceive many into believing that they are part of the process. All imposters and fakes will meet their demise and or reproof. Pray and watch. Behold the power and strength of the Most High Father Yahuwah. He will prove through a set-apart spirit sent in Yahusha's name all participants in the process of being refined, perfected. He will prove those leaders who will be used to bring about the assembling and gathering of those who will represent the 144,000 in multitude. Proof will come, my brothers and sisters. And I say to you, behold, the time is at hand and will come when the Spirit of Yahusha will execute right rulings through his chosen leaders. These are indeed man's final steps. I pray that you do not be overtaken in unbelief. The 144,000 in multitude who will come out of the great tribulation, as well as the two witnesses of Revelation, will come to be. The Spirit of Yahusha is living and functioning among his chosen. Who is able to discern their words? Who will begin to yield to the refining process? Who will know to ask questions and engage righteous conversations with those of whom they come in first contact that are chosen by the Spirit of Yahusha? It will be the first fruits of Yashar'al. It will be those who will be among the ranks of the 144,000 in multitude. It will be those who grow to understand and respond when they experience first contact with Yahusha's chosen. It will be those who will demonstrate what must be done. Choose wisely, my brothers and sisters. Choose wise how you will respond to those of whom you come in first contact, who are indeed guided by the Spirit of Yahusha. These words will live and they will resonate among the obedient as well as those who will be left behind. Again, this is not a game. It will unfold with all sincerity and severity. This is a plan that belongs to the Most High Father Yahuwah. It is a plan executed by the Spirit of Yahusha and those whom he has chosen to lead the 144,000 in multitude. It is a plan complete with details, structure, and order. It is a plan with living instructions, guidance, reproof, judgment, and in some cases we will see wrath. There will be no rewind buttons, no do-over opportunities. Pray earnestly to worship and obey with all sincerity. Be encouraged, my brothers and sisters. The Spirit of Yahusha knows all and sees your most inner challenges and thoughts. The Spirit of Yahusha knows the intent of the mind, heart, and body. My brothers and sisters, let us begin to get our house in order. For soon and very soon the time will come when each of us must act beyond the current situations. Choose wisely how you will respond when faced with situations that can be described as first contact with Yahusha's chosen. Remember to consider asking questions, many questions, exhaustive questions, with the intent to discern and understand what is righteous. Remember, pray that you are able to respond wisely. Until next time, my brothers, my sisters, my family, prepare for things that are about to become intense before your eyes, our eyes. Prepare for the refining process to become more intense. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, continue to stay tuned as this series, Man's Final Steps, continues. Shalom, shalom, shalom.